So banks are buying up property, loads of it, not just a few units. They're buying up whole blocks, or in some cases, whole towns. You got to ask yourself why. Why would banks, who already control half the economy, why would they want to become the biggest landlord in the UK? Well, Lloyds does, BlackRock does. They're two big names I know are buying aggressively right now. And actually tell you something, they're not guessing. They're not scrolling right move in bed. They're acting. Because here's the truth. Banks know property is the most secure asset you can hold long term. They've known that for centuries. They'll lend you money for a house, but they're not going to lend you money for gold, stocks, definitely not Bitcoin. But they'll lend you that money and they'll secure it against your house, because they know that houses don't vanish. And if you miss a payment, they get the house. On top of that, they also get the interest that you've paid them. So they get the interest, they get to keep the asset. So basically they're earning money from you, and then they get to keep the thing that you bloody paid for. And they're doing that right now. Let me put it simply. They're gobbling up discounted property while most of you are worrying about whether now is the right time. There's been a 47% drop in Chelsea, for example. 40% drop in Mayfair. Double digits in Westminster. Some areas are crashing. Even Rightmove, just last week, announced that there was the largest drop in house prices in over 20 years. And who's buying? Who's buying all these properties? The banks. So if banks are buying up these property in this downturn, should you still be sitting still? They're not, and they're not doing it for fun. They're doing it because that's where the smart money goes. It's just about maths. They actually, if you think about it, they actually use money they didn't even earn. They print it, they lend it, then they secure it against your property, and then if you default, they keep the house. That's bloody cold, but it works. And guess what? You might not be able to print money, but you can do the next best thing. You can borrow it. You can borrow it from them. You can buy smart, you can cash flow the asset, and then you can hold it, and hold it while it rises. Because that's exactly what they're doing. And some people will tell you, property's too risky right now. It's too uncertain. Market's too slow. But the banks don't think like that. And they're going to make more money than all of us combined. So the question is, are you going to watch them make trillions in this cycle, or are you going to do something about it? Because if you are, that's exactly why we launched Property.School. We used to call it PP Club. Small group, a few hundred people. There's a bit of training, nothing fancy. But with what's happening now, we've decided to go all in. We've rebuilt the platform. There's hundreds of hours of courses, masterclasses and training. There are toolkits. You're going to learn everything you know how to find deals, negotiate properly, stack numbers, raise money, and build your power team. You're going to know how to know the difference between a single let and an HMO, understand BRR. You're going to learn how to choose between residential and commercial. It's all in there. And most importantly, if you get in now, you're going to be able to join at just less than 40p a day. There are no contracts. You can cancel anytime. There's new content every single week. Live sessions every month. The beginner-friendly playbooks, replays of our top challenges like no money down and how to raise finance. And if you want to get into that, all you've got to do is go to property.school/go. That's property.school/go. Let me share the link on the screen. Here we go. And before I wrap this up, let me leave you with one last thing. because you might not love the banks. That's fair enough. But they've been doing this game for longer than any of us. They don't care about the headlines. They care about value. They care about cash flow. They care about security. And right now, they're buying like it's a clearance sale. So ask yourself, if the banks are going all in and you're doing nothing, who's going to be better off in 5 years? Because at this moment, this exact point in this cycle, this doesn't come around too often. And no, you don't need £1 million plus. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to move. And you need to move before it's obvious to everyone else and everything starts going back up. So, if you're interested, check us out, Property.School /go. Click that link and let's get you buying like you're a bank